У нас следующий докладчик, тоже очень интересная тема, это касается вопросов цифровизации. Сейчас выступит наш очередной зарубежный эксперт из Пакистана, господин Ammar Younas. Он является экспертом по Legal Tech, является руководителем AI More Innovation Consultants. Тема его доклада – это регулирование вопросов цифровизации в Гражданском кодексе Узбекистана. Господин Ammar Younas участвовал в разработке нашего новой редакции Гражданского кодекса. И поэтому сейчас слово предоставляется господину Ammar Younasу. Пожалуйста, Ammar Younas.
Thank you very much for the invitation. Let me share the presentation if it is visible. Can you see this?
Not yet.
Now?
Yes.
Okay, so hello everyone. I am very happy to join this today's, and it was a great honor and privilege to be the part of this wonderful project. I sincerely congratulate to the whole team who worked on this code over the period of last year. So I'm going to talk about digitalization. And first of all, I would like to talk a little bit about digital dividends. That what are the digital dividends? Actually, the digital dividends, they tell us about the impact of technology on people's life. Unfortunately, we don't have exact latest data to show the digital dividends in Central Asia. But it has been said that the laws of a country also consider as a good indicator to check the impact of technology on people's life, and hope that in future when people will talk about digital dividends in Central Asia, they will definitely mention this new civil code of I consider that this new civil code is a trendsetter in the region, because an attempt has been through this civil code to regulate the application of modern IT technologies in civil relations. In other countries, special laws, separate laws, but in this new civil code, an attempt has been made to facilitate the automation in the civil relation and electronic business. This is something which is very new. Previously, it has not been done in this region. If I talk about some of the distinct amendments, there are clear new distinct amendments have been made. For example, the copyright law and the objects of copyrights, which were the part of the civil code previously, now they have been removed from this civil code. And I think that it is a very good initiative towards the digitalization, that there is a clear distinct that what is the part of civil code and what should be excluded civil code. Then there are some amendments which provide exclusive definitions related to digitalization. For example, there are too many buzzwords and digital jargon going on in the region, but provide some exclusive definitions. For example, the new civil code provides the definition of digital money. So what is digital money? And also explain the cash and non-cash payments. And when we talk about non-cash payments, it is actually referring to the digital payments. I think a wonderful inclusion to this new civil code. Then there are some sustainable amendments. And when we talk about sustainable amendments, I refer them as environmental friendly amendments. For example, it has been included in the new civil code that it is required for the owner of the land to protect the natural characteristics of the land. The owner should not deteriorate the soil fertility and should apply environmental production technologies and about a set of measures to protect the land. I think that this is one of the most modern clauses which have been included in one country's civil law to make it more sustainable and environmental friendly. Then coming towards the digitalization, as we all know that Uzbekistan is working very hard to digitalize the country, and there are a number of initiatives have been introduced to promote the digital economy of the country. I would say that there are so many digital amendments which has been included to facilitate the Uzbek concept of digital economy. Such implementation of civil legislations are there to regulate the civil relationship in virtual space or internet. For example, the equalization of electronic transaction with the written form of contract, regulation of sale of goods by using electronic form, and the circular money or cryptocurrency. So these are the clear distinct digital amendments which has been introduced to facilitate the digital economy. Here are some number of articles I have listed from the new civil code. They have been introduced to facilitate commerce or e-commerce, such as different obligatory relationships have been allowed by digital communication. Previously, you have to sign a contract, you have to sign a physical document. Whole electronic logistics and supply chain, if we talk about the supply chain of electronic business, has been facilitated. So now the transition from the traditional civil relations to do physically, you have to do some things physically, now you can do them electronically, and this has been done to facilitate the electronic conference. If we talk about the contracts, first of all, this new law is not talking about the substantive part of the civil law, but there are some procedural innovational laws as well. The new civil code project in future talk about contract law, and it very much facilitate if in future we will have blockchain based contracts or the cyber contracts or e-contracts. There are some modern procedural laws as well to facilitate this process, such as regulation of civil relationship in digital space. For example, in case of contracts and deals done by internet, the question of jurisdiction emerges, that which country's jurisdiction should apply. So this procedural has been resolved, and it has been mentioned in a class that where the company will be registered or from where the second party is operating, the law will be applicable. So in conclusion, I would say that previously, if we look at the legal progression, we have seen people, experts or international experts talking about these issues, which I have laid: promotion of rule of law in Central Asia, democratization in Central Asia, or enhancing the legal competence in Central Asia, arbitration or digital. But no one was talking about the new substance which can be included into the civil law, or the new procedural innovative laws which can be into the civil law. So I think that this new civil code which has been proposed, it comprehends some of the innovative ideas, and in future it will provide the legal scholars to argue about the new substance and the new procedural laws as well. So thank you very much for your attention, and I wish best of luck to the team and the proposal which is going to be presented in front of Cabinet of Minister. I wish the team best of luck for this. Thank you very much.
Nadir aka. Nadir aka, Azam aka.
ishlamay qoldimi?
Mana ishlayapti.
Ishladimi?
Mana ishlayapti. Просто вашего видео нет.
Katta rahmat, Ammar Younas janoblari. Albatta, bugungi kunda O'zbekistonda ham o'sha raqamli texnologiyalar juda rivojlanib ketdi. Hatto o'sha fuqarolik kodeksi bilan tartibga solingan ko'p masalalarda bugungi kunda aynan raqamli texnologiyalardan foydalangan holda shartnoma tuzish, kerak bo'lsa shartnomalarni ijro etish masalalari juda ilg'orlab ketdi va qayd etish lozimki, bugungi kundagi kodeksimiz bu masalalarni ko'psini inobatga olmagan, lekin bu raqamli texnologiyalar, elektron tijorat, elektron ish yurituv bo'yicha alohida qonunlar qabul qilingan. Shuning uchun biz bugungi kundagi holatdan kelib chiqib, demak, kodeksga mana shu yangi qo'shimcha o'zgartirishlarni kiritmoqchimiz. Albatta, bu keyinchalik shu elektron iqtisodiyotni rivojlantirishga o'z hissasini qo'shadi deb o'ylaymiz. Afsuski, bizda yana bitta doklad bor edi, lekin texnik sabablarga ko'ra Asyanov Shamil aka qatnasha olmayaptilar. Uzrli sabablarga ko'ra. Shuning uchun hozir endi 3 ta asosiy ma'ruzani eshitib bo'ldik. Mana shu ma'ruza bo'yicha savol-javob muhokamaga o'tsak, agar kimda qo'shimcha fikrlar, mulohazalar, savollar bo'ladigan bo'lsa, marhamat savollar berishingiz yoki fikrlarni bildirishingiz mumkin.
Assalomu alaykum.
Marhamat, o'zingizni tanishtirib, bemalol fikr bildirishingiz mumkin.
Rahmat. Assalomu alaykum hammaga. Ahtam Yakubov, Toshkent davlat yuridik universiteti mustaqil tadqiqotchisi, shu bilan birga advokatlik faoliyati bilan shug'ullanaman. Bir masalada Mr. Ammar bilan aniqlashtiradigan bir holat bor edi, hozir uzr so'raman texnik hozir mana haqiqatdan bir aktual masalada fikr bildirildi. Fuqarolik qonunchiligida raqamlashtirish, elektronizatsiya masalasi, shu jarayonda endi men o'zim kodeks loyihasi matni bilan tanishib chiqmaganman, lekin fikr va mulohazalardan kelib chiqib bu narsani aniqlashtirmoqchi edim. Demak, birinchi masala bu elektron pul masalasi, digital money masalasi. Elektron pul masalasi kriptovalyutaga tenglashtirilyapti. Men hozirgi ko'rgan slaydda agar shu narsani to'g'ri tushungan bo'lsam, bu narsaga ahamiyat berishimiz kerak. Bu elektron pul bilan kriptovalyuta, bitcoin bu umuman alohida tushunchalar. Oddiy misol bilan aytadigan bo'lsak, hammamizni demak plastik kartalarimizdagi yoki telefon qurilmalarini ishlatamiz, klik ishlatyapmiz, payni ishlatyapmiz. Undagi bizda mavjud pullarimizni elektron ko'rinishi. Mana bu elektron pul deb ataladi. Biz va bugungi kunda mana elektron ravishda yoki bo'lmasa boshqa bir holatlarda xaridlardan amalga oshiramiz, to'lovlardan amalga oshiramiz. Bir valyutadan ikkinchi bir valyutaga ayirib boshlaymiz va uni qiymati erkin konvertatsiya qilinadigan imkoniyatlari bor. Lekin kriptovalyuta bu mutlaqo boshqa narsa. Qaysi jihatlari bilan elektron puldan farq qiladi? Kriptovalyuta birinchidan bu markazlashmagan, ikkinchidan faqatgina yaratuvchilari uchungina qiymatga ega bo'lgan va uchinchidan bank tizimlarisiz erkin almashinadigan valyuta hisoblanadi. Ya'ni elektron valyuta bilan kriptovalyutani menimcha, men nuqtai nazarimda sinonim tushunchalar sifatida ishlatish maqsadga muvofiq emas. Ertaga bu fuqarolik qonunchiligini qo'llash jarayonida nihoyatda katta bir muammolarga olib keladi nazarimda. Ikkinchi yana bir xususiyati bu kriptovalyuta boya pastda ko'rdim, internet orqali internetda amalga oshiriladi degan fikr bildirildi. Kriptovalyuta faqatgina blokcheynda amalga oshiriladi. Blokcheyn orqaligina, blokcheyn texnologiyalari orqaligina demak bu narsani muomalaga kiritilishi talab qilinadi. Shuning uchun bu narsani yana bir marta menimcha o'ylab ko'rishimiz kerak nazarimda. Ikkinchi bir fikr bo'lardi. Bu smart kontraktlar, aqlli kontraktlar masalasida elektron kontraktlar, raqamli kontraktlar savdo munosabatlarini elektron ravishda amalga oshirish bilan aqlli shartnomalarning farqini bir-biridan ochib olishimiz kerak. oddiy shartnomalarni bugungi kundagi mana pandemiya sharoitida biz ish uslubimizni elektronlashtirishimiz, o'zaro hujjat almashishimizda, xatti-harakatlarimizni amalga oshirishimizda bizda qiladigan xatti-harakatlarimiz bu shartnomaning elektronlashgan ko'rinishi. Elektron ravishda munosabatlarga kirishish deb baholanadigan bo'lsa, smart kontrakt bu boshqacharoq tushuncha hisoblanadi. Ya'ni smart kontraktda bu ikkalasini o'xshash tomon, ikkalasi ham axborot tizimlaridan foydalanganligi va bevosita inson xatti-harakatlarida amalga oshirilmasligi va ularni o'xshash jihati bo'ladigan bo'lsa, ularni farq qiladigan jihati shundaki, smart kontraktda bir tarafda mashina, sun'iy intellekt, kompyuter, ikkinchi tarafda inson bo'ladi va ikkinchidan shartnomani ham tuzishida, shartnomani bajarilishida, undan keyingi keladigan javobgarlik masalalarida endi sun'iy intellekt qaror qabul qiladi. Ya'ni oldindan kiritilgan algoritmlarga ko'ra sun'iy intellekt qaysi holatlarda shartnoma to'liq bajarildi, lozim darajada bajarilmadi yoki umuman bajarilmadi degan qarorlarni mustaqil kompyuterda o'zi qabul qiladi. Bu bir. Ikkinchidan, buni yaratgan, demak, yaratuvchida agar xohlasa ham kelajakda shartnomani bandlariga o'zgartirish kirita olmaydi. Oldin algoritm kiritildimi, bo'ldi. Shu algoritm bo'yicha demak sun'iy intellekt bu shartnomaga baho beradi. Va uchinchi bir masala bor. Bu yerda smart kontraktlar bu shartnomani tuzish va amalga oshirish vositasi bilan birgalikda uni yaratuvchisida mualliflik huquqini beradi. Ya'ni shu algoritmni yaratuvchisi qanchalik mukammal yaratgan yoki qaysi bir jihatlarni qoldirib ketgan yoki nimalarni qamrab olganligi uni dasturiy ta'minoti sifatida unga mualliflik huquqini beradi. Shu sababli menimcha fuqarolik kodeksida, fuqarolik qonunchiligida bu tushunchalarni ayri-ayri holda alohida bir berib o'tish, tushuncha berib o'tish maqsadiga muvofiq bizda endi mualliflik tarifimiz ishlab chiqilgan, men bir komissiya a'zolariga yana bir yetkazishga harakat qilaman. Rahmat e'tiborlaringiz uchun.
Katta rahmat fikr mulohazalar uchun. Albatta biz loyihada kripto aktiv degan bir tushunchani bermoqchi bo'lganmiz. Hozir shunaqa kriptovalyuta ham emas, kripto aktiv. Chunki men shunga o'xshagan, sizga o'xshagan boshqa mutaxassislarning ham fikridan kelib chiqib, kripto aktiv degan fikr tug'ildi. Bu bo'yicha bizda NAPU degan tashkilot bor, ular ham fikr berdi. Kripto aktiv degan o'sha tushunchani o'sha aynan blockchain texnologiya bilan bog'liq holda shuni hozirgi variantda shu narsa nazarda tutilmoqda. Elektron pul esa albatta u elektron ko'rinishdagi oddiy pul, ya'ni o'sha oddiy so'mdagi valyuta yo xorijiy valyutadagi o'sha pul, faqat ko'rinish elektron. Ya'ni u masalada biza buni ajratishni, farqlashni albatta buni inobatga oldik hozirgi kundagi loyihada. Dastlabki variantda ham, lekin Ammar Younas janoblarining hozirgi prezentatsiyasida balki ikkalasi bitta anaqada ketgan bo'lishi mumkin. Hozir o'zlaridan ham bir so'rab ko'ramiz, qani o'zlari yana qo'shimcha qilsa. Lekin haqiqatda ham bizda o'sha smart kontrakt masalasida keyinchalik qanaqa yo'l tutishimiz kerak, uni tartibga solishda kim javobgarlik kimda bo'ladi, uni shartnomani, smart shartnomalarni asosiy qoidalarini kim ishlab chiqadi, ikkinchi tomon roziligi qanaqa bo'ladi, shu masalada hozir biz aniq bir yechimga kela olganimiz yo'q. Buni ham ochiq aytishimiz kerak. Albatta shu masalada agar sizdan bir aniq takliflar bo'ladigan bo'lsa, ya'ni qanaqa modda kiritish kerak, qanaqa qoida, norma kiritish kerak yoki qaysi moddani shunga moslash kerak degan bir fikrlar bo'lsa, biz buni kutib qolamiz, chunki haqiqatda bu juda ham muhim. Endi hozir ko'ramiz, savdoda, endi chakana savdoda elektron avtomat sotib olish masalalari yoki shunga o'xshagan masalalar hozir уже vujudga keldi. Nafaqat savdoda, balki o'sha xizmat ko'rsatish sohasida ham bu masala bor. Ya'ni o'sha ikkinchi tomon avtomat bo'ladi, bir tomon foydalanuvchi fuqaro bo'lsa. Demak, shu masalani tartibga solishda bizda hozir ehtiyoj bor va bu bo'yicha yana qo'shimcha fikrlar bo'lsa, maslahatlar, takliflar bo'lsa kutib qolamiz. Rahmat. Господин Younas, sizda у вас есть?
If I may. Yes. Thank you very much for the very constructive comment, and definitely we were discussing all of these things. What actually I mentioned that in new code we have included that the digital assets or cryptocurrency or digital money, they is itself an innovation that previously there was nothing like this. So once now they are mentioned as object of civil law, then you can make new laws, special laws on it, or you can bring these topics for discussion on table. Definitely the experts will be consulted, and if there will be a need, then the special laws will be made. But what is innovation in this area, that cryptocurrency, crypto assets, and digital money, they have been mentioned as the objects of civil law, which were not present in the previous code. As far as the cyber contracts or smart contracts are concerned, I have talked about futuristic contracts. I didn't specifically mention about inclusion of cyber contracts or digital contracts. I said that there have been made some provisions, some amendments, which actually will be helpful in future when we will have new forms of futuristic contracts. And I mentioned about the jurisdiction of parties in cyberspace, that if you have an electronic contract or a deal through internet, which country's jurisdiction will be applicable. So these sort of things, actually these gives rise to the discussion which you are doing, and I think that they are very good initiatives to be included in this civil code. And in future, when we will have some actual issues like blockchain based smart contract or e-contracts or digital contracts, cyber contracts, these provisions which have been included today will be very helpful. So just for conclusion, I am saying that it is enough for now to show that what is the object of civil law, because it is something which will give rise or base for futuristic discussion when we will have specific laws.
Katta rahmat. Yana kimda qo'shimcha fikrlar, mulohazalar bo'lsa, marhamat.